Hey StarCrafters, Wookie here. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a few days since we've had something put up on the channel here, but it's been an exciting few days. It's probably been about a week. And strep throat, my daughter, strep throat, that was a trip to the ER on a Saturday. Pretty awesome. And then Monday morning, trip to the ER for my wife, appendicitis. So she got to have an emergency appendectomy, or a laparoscopic appendectomy, which, by the way, the nursing staff refers to as a lappy-appy, which kind of cracked me up. And is there any such thing as a non-emergency appendectomy? Like, seriously, you don't just, I think I'm going to go have an appendectomy, just in case. Although sometimes when you're having some kind of abdomen surgery, like if they're in there anyway, if they're stirring around in your guts, they'll just yank the appendix as a preventative measure, I guess. So I suppose there is a such thing as a non-emergency appendectomy. But then, if they're already in there for another procedure, it's not really an appendectomy. It's a whatever else, like a pancreatomy or whatever, and then they're just taking out your appendix. What was I talking? Oh yeah, StarCraft. I wanted to show you guys a game that kind of highlights my my new philosophy on the ladder. It's one I picked up from Apollo by watching his YouTube channel. You should go check that out. And what it let me slow down for a second. What it kind of entails is more of a gates, expand, two base play, get yourself up to like 6 gates forge, robo, and work on more two base play and into a third. So it's all about this kind of streaming through a game. I'm not like I used to go 3-gate robo, and then I would like want to win with that, you know, like just trying to get to my opponent's base faster than he can defend and things. And what I'm getting more accustomed to is this sense of just moving from one phase of the game to the next and working on that macro. So here we see I did manage to get a proxy pylon in early in the game. My opponent is Mr. Mad Fatal Ur, and he I think he might be a multiplayer player, like does some 2s and 3s, because you get this kind of SimCity stuff out of those guys a lot more often than you do guys who strictly 1v1, I've noticed. So he's 3 racks, you know, the tech ladder. It's Terran, and that's completely expected. This is something that you would expect to see from a Terran player, probably have seen 100 or 300,000 times. So he came at me with a big army, and bigger than mine. I managed to force field off, and I retreated back to the watchtower here, hoping that this pylon might give me a clue as to when he was coming. And I'm going to pause the game here. We're at the 13, almost 14-minute mark. I'm taking my third, right? Not bad. I've got 3 gateways here that will be warp gates soon, hopefully. 3 here, and I added these 3 after that went down. We can see I've got a forge. I'm working on my level 1 armor upgrade, and I've already got the level 1 there. I got my Twilight Council coming down so that I can continue on to the level 2s there. I notice my forge does not show up on my hotkeys, my control groups, which it should. I'm doing pretty good. My production tab shows, you know, Immortal. You can see that stuff there. The units tab shows that I've got 47 workers to his 33. That's great. My army is kind of light. I'm low on food here. We're at the same cap, but I'm a little bit behind. Not terrible, but a little bit. And that's just because I basically talked over the first 10 minutes of this game as it was running at like ×4 speed, and I gave you more Facebook status updates on my life than I did talk about StarCraft. Oh, my apologies. Thanks for sticking with me. So here, but at this point in the game, I am feeling so good about myself because I'm getting my 3rd base. I am on like 9 gateways. I've got upgrades coming, and he just walked his army right past the tower that I saw it all. And now I'm going to come cut his army off from behind and kill it. and you know, everything's going to be honky-dory. And then all of a sudden, I've got no army. And oh my God, what happened? You can see we're both floating up money because there's a battle, but what the hell happened? How did I lose that? How did that go bad for me? I was doing spectacularly. A third base, 9 gates. I mean, it was absolutely my plan, and you can see I was able to remake my army pretty quickly because I've got so many gateways going. I've got a decent income. Let's check that income. Look at that, 1480 to his 920, and he's got mules. 47 to 35 harvesters. Tons of production facilities, at least for me. Wow, this guy, the lone watchman. But you know, for me, this is spectacular playing on my part, and I'm losing. And I really wish I hadn't wandered those guys out close enough to that tank. But so you know, I'm going to try to kill this tank, and it happens. But you can see he's rallying in, and I think there's a little lull here when we both kind of take a breather from this combat stuff. I probably have way too much energy on my nexuses. I sure do. You can see, you know, I get a good warp in, and I can warp myself down to no money in an instant because I've got so many production facilities. But why? I think this observer catches, yeah, can catch the corner of these guys coming, so I know he's reinforcing. And one thing I noticed from watching this replay about why ooh, that was the wrong button. Why this game got out of hand for me is here. And I just hit the one button, which brings you to just my vision. I haven't been in his base since my initial scout. Look at that. I haven't seen anything that I didn't see from the very beginning of the game. I don't even know he's here. I mean, I assume, because he wouldn't have all that stuff, but that's one thing that I feel like I could do to improve this playstyle, because I'm real happy with just the way this feels, this whole you know, getting enough gateways, getting the 3 gateways down, building enough units to survive, getting your second. But what I'm really missing is the information. And then the other thing that happened this game that didn't go quite so well for me was I put this down, didn't use it. You can see I still haven't used it. I didn't use it for a long time. My forge sat idle for periods of time. Now I'm in desperation mode, so we can't really, I mean, you can't say, oh, I don't know if 2 Stargates is the way to go. Well, you know, I'm freaking dying, so I'm going to try anything I can. He's got a lot of tanks and marauders, so I figured we'll try Void Race. I built 3 cannons here that were probably unnecessary. And the one thing I noticed was these last 3 gateways, these 3, were a little late. I was floating a bit of money when I put those down. And actually, now this state of the game, I do want to comment about this. I pulled probes, try to split them up, and I'm, you know, still building Colossus. The game is over. I have lost, and I should GG out. But if we tap the 1 key again, you can see I have so little information that I don't realize how bad it is. So it was more, it's not bad manner, it was more ignorance on my part. But, you know, it was a good game. It was a good learning experience. I like to watch the replays of all or most of my losses. Especially this one really bugged me because I could not fathom that I was losing. I'm doing awesome. How can I possibly be losing? You know. So I wanted to make sure to come and watch this and try to figure it out. And there's the GG and the exit from the game. And I also needed to put this game up here because I realized that like my last 6 or 8, I don't know, you can count them back, games that I posted were all me winning, and I don't want people to think I'm the dick who only only puts up his victories out of some kind of eagle thing. Oh, look at there. Look at that. The Desperation Shrine. That should be called the Desperation Shrine, not the Dark Shrine. The Dark Hour Shrine. I was really desperate. But So there's that, and I hope we learned something from it. In particular, let's work on scouting more. We need to get back in here and see what's going on. I was really late on my robo and my observer. I think I was late on production facilities, and just because things are moving and feeling good doesn't mean they are. So I really needed to control the map a little more, get a little more vision, and see what he was doing. And then not only that, I mean, it doesn't you could turn off the fog of war and still lose if you don't use the information properly. So I say the other part of that is getting these gateways down in the right order, at the right time, so that I can spend all the money I'm making and not let my opponent's army get so much bigger than mine. One thing that was really good about this game was my probe count. I was super duper on the probes, and I mean, for a person of my skill level. I'm not a noob, because a noob is somebody who's new to the game and doesn't really know what they're doing. So I get so mad when people call me noob, because I mean, I played StarCraft, I played Brood War for a long time. I've played this game since it came out. I am not a noob. What I am is a scrub. A scrub just doesn't get any better. Just sucks, and there's nothing you can do about it. So keep that in mind. I'm not a noob. I'm a scrub. Thanks for watching, guys. Come back and see me again sometime. Wookie. Later. Oh, hey, I'm back. I accidentally hit the message log when I went up to click the menu. I hit message because, my mouse control, my mouse accuracy is so good. But I wanted to show you this chat. This is a perfect game as far as banter goes. God, that's beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Mad Fatal